Live from the City of Angels, it's Thursday night. The box office preview show underway from Los Angeles, directly out of theater tonight. It is the MMT of Predator, Badlands. We are mining the Predator franchise, hopefully for the last time. Yeah, it's not going to be a positive night here tonight. Sorry about that. Let's go to my out of theater reaction here on this Thursday night. Thanks for being here live. You saw the film. Come in with your comments. We will get them on, and I will suitably respond if necessary. Also tonight, I'm going to watch the Michael trailer. I've not seen it. And we'll talk about a new cinema champion that we have tonight on this Thursday. Thanks for being here. Let's pull it up. Here is my out of theater reaction breakdown. Really old progressive house track tonight. DOP's groovy beat. When DJ Webslinger was slinging the vinyl in Columbus, Ohio, way back in the early 90s. Okay, so here it is, and it's not really a wonderful night for me at AMC tonight. The only thing that I liked about this film, and I saw it in Prime, and Prime is one of my favorite of all of the PLS because you have the subwoofer in the seat. So the film sounded great. I just wish the film were great. It's not. And let me just give you the hits, runs, and errors, and then we'll get right into it and tell you why it did not work for me here tonight. It is really a lifting of two films, right? We're ripping off two films here with Predator Badlands. Trachtenberg stole from Alien and from Avatar. Funny because they're both Fox properties. All three of these are Fox properties. So you can steal and not have to worry about anyone suing you because it's all the same corporation now owned by Disney. Ridiculously overblown film. Just so much going on and so much different than Prey. Remember that one from a few years back when we scaled things down. This is the 180. Let's make it as big as possible, and let's also humanize the Predator. Isn't that what you wanted out of a Predator movie? Let's know the feelings of this apex predator. And let's also, while we're at it, virtue signal that all living creatures are inherently good, except for those working for soulless, colonizing corporations, like we've seen in Alien and Avatar. Whoop-de-freaking-do tonight's what I got to say about this film. It's time for 30 seconds of Predator Badlands, and then we'll break it down live.
This is the most dangerous planet in the universe. And you've come to hunt an apex predator. You might not be alone in this hunt.
Badlands.
And you even get that finish from Aliens, right? I'm now in the giant robot and we're going to do battle, which is Avatar. This film is a regurgitation of so many things. You've got Mandalorian. I don't think there's an original idea in this film. Now, the one thing I'll say is it does feel big, okay? It doesn't feel like Prey small. So this is, again, the antithesis of that film. So Disney / 20th Century said, go ahead and do what you want to do with this. We'll give you a bigger budget, and you can see it. I think the film looks solid. And that's about where I'm going to stop with the praise for this film. You have an attempt to make the Predator human. He has feelings. He has a brother. He has a brother, a big brother, who's trying to teach him how to be a better apex predator. And their dad, who's a real son of a bitch, an abusive bastard, he says, we've got to kill the little predator who's the runt. He's too weak to be one of us. But the brother's going to stick up for him. And then runt predator is going to flee and avenge the dead brother by collecting the carcass of a giant kaiju-ish character on another planet. I couldn't believe what I was watching tonight. I was laughing my ass off. As it's almost like a kid's movie. Let's have some cute characters join in the hunt, and the predator will form an alliance with other creatures that have been cast off by society. And then you have that ripoff of Alien and Avatar, because as you may or may not know, you see a little in that 30-second tease I gave you. The evil corporation is there to collect the kaiju thing because it can regenerate body parts and it can save humanity. I'm like, oh, God, not another one of these. So you got all this shit going on. And the thing that I liked about Prey is very simple, right? Straightforward, kind of stripped down. Not this. You got goofy creatures all over the place. This kind of golem monkey thing turns out to be a lot more vicious than you first think. And you got Elle Fanning playing an android who's missing her legs. And Predator is going to help her go find the lower half of her body. I can't even believe I'm saying this shit. Honest to God. Do you know there were critics back on Monday when they showed this for one of the first times? Remember all those reactions? Oh, it's the best movie ever. This is another night where critics have lost their minds. But Elle Fanning, she's playing this android, but she's playing it over the top. Like she's like on crack at times. What are you doing up there, honey? Settle down, man. Granted, she's the loosey-goosey android. Her sister android is the stiff-lipped one. Is this enough for you to know to steer clear of Predator Badlands? If you're not laughing at this point, by everything that is verifiably true when you watch this film, I don't know what to tell you. 50% on the MMT score tonight, because at least I was mildly entertained as I watched whatever the hell that Dan decided to do to this film, and how many more projects could he rip off and throw into one Predator movie. Let's hope it's the last time that we see another Predator film. We just don't. Why? Why do we need another one? I didn't need this. Make it go away. Hollywood, stop regurgitating all this shit. Give me something new. So tired of watching the same old shit. When's the last time you went to a movie and you felt cinematically erect? Definitely not during Predator Badlands. I'm tired of being cinematically flaccid. Especially these big tent poles. I mean, Tron Ares is better than this. Because at least you had the 9 Inch Nails score. Reznor Ross deal. That was great. At least good. This? Nah. For like the first couple seconds, again, I like the scope of it. I like some of the score. But then it just turns into misery. I was sinking into my recliner tonight, looking at my watch going, holy shit, I got another 2 fucking hours of this shit. But go listen to the critics. We'll go look. We got to look at the critics who were like, oh, this is so great. Let's go make fun of them tonight. That'll be great. I mean, why not? They deserve it. They're asking for it. That's my job. My job here at MMT is to drag critics who don't have a clue what they're talking about. And don't hit me with, it's a fun popcorn flick. The hell it was. None of this shit's fun. Turning the Predator in some kind of like, oh, curmudgeon, but he really has a heart. He's a soulless killer. What the fuck was Dan even thinking writing this shit? You should be confused, Kevin. You should be. But you shouldn't be because you're an MMT viewer. You know what I say all the time. 99.98% of critics suck balls. Well, maybe in real life, but also when it comes to talent. I'm not going to get into my speech again about why do you think that everybody can do this? How do you even think that? Do you think that everybody can go play cornerback in the NFL? Why do you think everybody can be a good film critic? Because they have opinions? Opinions that suck? I've told you and I've asked you every time I do one of these streams, give me 5 good film critics. You can't even give me one. Not consistent. Not consistently batting at 900 plus. Good luck. No, you know you can't. Don't even bother. Don't even, if you were going to type something, stop. Stop typing the name because you're wasting my time. Making the Predator to be human has got to be one of the stupidest ideas of all time. This film is full of the stupidest ideas of all time. But Dan Trachtenberg is a genius. He's a visionary. I'm sure Disney now really won't let me come to any of their movies. Oh, well, too fucking bad, Disney. I don't give a shit. You can have all your glazing critics show up. I'm so happy to be here early. It's great. I'm validated. Yeah, I can validate you as sucking ass because you're terrible at this. For the budget of Predator Badlands 20th Century could have made $20 million. I remember that's what we talked about, right? For that $130 million, we could make $130 million films. And the chances of at least one being great, right? That whole thing. Exactly. But, you know, Hollywood doesn't even make 20 million films. Everything costs more than that. You look at last weekend's Begonia. $45-50 million. What? How much did you pay Emma Stone? 40? Because I don't know where the rest of this came from. So that's the other issue. Before I do the seat check, let's just go after the critics who thought this was good. Before I do the seat check and give you my number for this weekend for Predator Badlands. Tomato meter's at 86%. So at least there's 14% of critics who got it right. That's pretty small, but at least there's a few. It's not like 1%. Let's view all of them and see what we got here. Fresh. Rotten Tom Santilli. The latest effort feels like a blatant, soulless attempt to try to broaden the series' appeal. Yes, like I said, they almost want to make it a kid's flick. Look, it's a cute Gollum monkey creature. We could have a stuffed one of these. I mean, it almost feels like that. Please, let it end. I hope this film bombs this weekend. I do. I want movie theaters to stick around, but I don't want any more of this shit. I want this film to bomb. I want Avatar to bomb. I want these films to bomb so that all of a sudden these people have to make original films. Not the same shit over and over. I had to sit through the Avatar Fire and Ash trailer. It's the same movie. Oh, look. Our habitat's been destroyed. Here come the bad guys. They're going to colonize it. We have to fight. It's the worst shit ever. Avatar might go down as one of the worst movies ever made when it comes down to wasting people's time. James Cameron should be thrown in jail for wasting everybody's lives, especially his, making that shit. The first one, fine, let it go. Rotten from Alan Ng over at Film Thread. 5 out of 10. Listen, sometimes he gets it right. But if it's woke, it's always wrong. That's the problem. See, I don't do that shit. That's the difference. That's why I have the most credibility in the space. Even if something's woke, I might say it's good. To you guys, right, Rope? I don't play that game. So that makes me the number one evaluator in the universe. It's not a contest. It's from Jesse Hassinger from Paste. Fresh. Brian Eggert, rotten. Jim Shembry of the very, you guys, we all visit this site, jimshembry.com. I mean, what? Should we go visit jimshembry.com? I think we should. Let's go check out and see what Jim, let's go to his website. This is his first view today. It's the first view of Jim Shembry's site today. When he goes to check and see if what views he had. Well, listen, we are the Riddler's channel from the Batman. But at least I own that. JimShembry.com. The touchy-feely nonsense ruins Predator Badlands. Yap Fest. Oh, something else. Yes, good for you. 1.5 stars. We are now recommending Jim Shembry from Melbourne, Australia. You are now a recommended critic for this review. Everyone go support JimShembry.com. He looks like he needs some ads. I know. This is what you get. This is what I do. All right, we're going to check sales in a second. I want to see if there... Wasn't it Brandon Davis saying this was the greatest movie ever? Oh, there he is again. Look who it is. This guy's the one of the worst. This guy, can we just drag him? One of the worst critics in the entire space is this Matt Donato. The only thing good about Donato is Donato's pizza. This guy, Matt Donato, is definitely not fresh. It is some stale-ass cardboard pizza. This guy, 4 out of 5. This guy consistently is on the wrong side of history. Like one of the worst. This is definitely one of the worst. Matt Donato. Tell him I said that. Send it to him. I'm sure he already has me blocked because they're a bunch of pansies. But listen, the difference is they don't come after me and say I'm the worst. I'm the best, baby, and you know it. This guy, no. How would you like to be this guy? Jorge Loser. What? Is that a real person? Jorge Loser. Oh my God. I would change my name, wouldn't you? He got it right, though. He said it's rotten. What a name. Hey, buddy. I'm Jorge Loser. Good Lord. Change your name, man. It's not that hard. Just go down to the DMV and just give him a new birth certificate or some shit. All right, let's check out sales tonight, and we will... What's going on here? Why is there no show times? Hold on. Now I'm at Google. What happened to my thing here? Why does sometimes AMC, like, their website's not that great? The app's okay. Here we go. Let's check and see. Let the hunt begin or just end mercifully now. Here we go. This is for tonight. Yes, 9:45 IMAX. Let's check and see how the sales look. Sorry, I got to switch the graphic. This is the MMTC check. I don't want to throw you guys off. Like, what's going on here? I don't know what's happening. Wow, look, guys. We have a pretty full theater there tonight for the IMAX 9:45. Little they know what they're getting into. And let's go down and look at the Dolby 750. It's going on right now. They got 30 minutes of previews starting right now. And then the abbreviated Kidman ad. Look at that. People in Burbank love the Predator Badlands. Prime, 8:45. Pretty, man, a lot of people going to see Predator. It's nostalgia. You've been told it's great. That word's out there. I'm going to raise my projector based on what I'm seeing here tonight. I had it lower. I'm going to take this at 26 mil. Okay. Now, that's not great, but I'll take it at 26. I was going to take it lower, but after looking at the sales here in Burbank, that looks pretty solid. It's got the PLF this weekend. Ain't nothing else going on as far as movies. So I'll take it at 26. I think that's fair. Hey, Sotvic. I didn't know that until you just did. I had it at 22.75. I just wanted to fuck around and put a weird number out there. But I'll do 26. I'll bump it a slight bit just on what I'm seeing right here tonight. So, but what's going to happen is people, you know what though? You know I'm hard on these things, right? The average person isn't. And some people might think this is good. I don't know how. If you've never seen a movie before, if you don't know how derivative is everything else, then, I mean, I'm not saying it's unwatchable. I think Dan isn't the worst filmmaker. I made that clear, right? But writing, again, the whole let's make the Predator humanized / give him some sense of vulnerability. Garbage. Just garbage. And there's no reason to make another one. Right? Tonight's kit is Bayern Munich, one of my favorite. By the way, some love, brand new. This is the new out, whatever I want to call this, wallpaper. And I've got the purple. So, of course, I had to go back. One of my favorites, right? You get the black, get the purple. It's got a little bit of green in there. This is also the authentic. Thank you very much. I don't wear the fakes. This is the player version. You've got the Bundesliga patch champion here. Again, when I buy these, they have to have everything. If it doesn't have it, I will either add it or I will not buy it. I'm sorry, you don't have all the stuff, then I'm not buying it. Is it complete? It's not complete? Not doing it. This is like me when I was an action figure guy. Going back to when I collected Star Wars action figures, right? I had to have all of the stuff. Does it have the gun? Does it have the cape? Does it, like if you're buying a used one? I can't. When I was a kid, I was real I'm not going to say it. When I was a kid, I was really specific because then it'll get cut. It's going to get cut. Look at this. All the haters out there. Because I'm the bad guy, right? Yeah, whoever's the bad guy, the guy who rails on films and says things aren't great, he's the bad guy. The shills, the Eric Davises of the world, give them a pass. They're great for humanity. What a wonderful person. You guys are unbelievable. Some of you are just literally, you don't even know what you're doing. You don't. 20 people at PL screen in Toronto tonight for Predator Badlands. Not good. Okay, Cameron, I know that's the problem. That's why I don't know if I should have just bumped it to 26. But that's big for Burbank. That looks really good for Burbank. And I don't need to look at Universal. It's going to look the same because it's LA. I know LA is different, but I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it's going to be lower. I don't know for sure. Let's do this. Let's do a trailer reacts. I've not watched the Michael trailer. I really want to. Big Michael Jackson fan when I was a kid. Going back, I'm Gen X, obviously. You guys know that Michael Jackson's one of the greatest artists of all time. Forget all the stuff and all the story. Okay, I'm just talking about as a musical artist, you know, who's been more influential than Michael Jackson. All right, I've not seen this yet. It is only 1 minute and 22 seconds, so it's a teaser. Comes out, I believe, in April of next year. This is the trailer for Michael. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. It's Lionsgate. That's not a good start.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this.
And Universal? Okay, now it just picked, right? So I just went from, okay, well, Universal. Weird. That's very strange.
The tracks are made. The songs are ready. Let's take it from the top.
Yeah, like, oh, hell yeah.
This is your story.
Antoine Fuqua, okay. I think he's serviceable.
Honor your past
So you wanna be starting soon?
and embrace the future. That's what people want.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Boy, nailed the voice. Good Lord. It's like perfect.
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
All right, I'm down. I mean, it looks big, right? That's the criticism of the Springsteen film that I really like. Okay, guys, you guys know how I feel about that. It is a very strong piece of work. And I think you should really seek that film out. But this looks more like Bohemian Rhapsody, which is what people really want. I understand the criticisms of Springsteen, but I still think the film really works. This looks like the average person will be like, this is what I want out of this film. So that is encouraging. Minute and 20 seconds. Again, Fuqua, competent, as I said. I don't know if I'm going to get something above and beyond, but at least I know that I should be in manageable hands. This should be able to be pulled together. The only thing that has me curious is the release date earlier in the year. If it's a great film, I do want to try to hold it until later in the year. As you guys know, when it comes to Oscars and awards, it's much easier for a film to go the distance when it's released later in the year. But if you're looking to make money, April can work. And I'll tell you what, honestly, I believe any time frame can work for a movie. Even if they're struggling, I don't believe in the whole idea that January can never have a hit or August can never. We've seen an aberration. We've seen something come out of nowhere and do business. So I'm just saying there's a little things that I just want to point your attention to when you look at this as the release date. But yeah, of course I'm going to watch that, man. You just don't understand. When I was a kid, Michael Jackson is the biggest thing. These kids don't even know what it's like, right? If you're younger, you have no idea what it was like to have a Michael Jackson, to have a Prince, to have, later for me, a George Michael, one of my favorite artists of all time. When you look at a Madonna, when you look at all of that 80s, the bands, and it was just a whole nother universe, right? Everything was collective. We all knew what the number one song was. And that was a different world than where we are now, where everything is atomized. And, tonight you've got a billion different options here to watch a streaming program or whatever you want to do. And the fact that we have anyone watching MMT, thank you. But you really think about it that way, right? Back in the 80s, you only had, at one time, 3 true commercial TV channels. And then you had the radio. And then we got Fox, and we got some independents and cable and all that. But one time it was much easier to have a captive audience. Now it's atomized. And you've got a billion options. And it's just not the same. So this hopefully will be able to capture the essence of what that time period was as well. Going to be sanitizing much of MJ's life. The estate ensures they will not touch any of the darker side. Yeah, I don't think it's the film's job to necessarily, John. I mean, there's a lot of criticism of any film that is largely a positive portrayal. They're like, well, what about all this? You go back to A Greatest Showman. What about, listen, man, Greatest Showman is super entertaining. Songs are fantastic. And yes, does it have everything? No. But, you go back to Bohemian Rhapsody. I remember, and I think it's largely gay men who said this, because I'll tell you what, I don't even know why you would say this otherwise. Remember, it was like, Bohemian Rhapsody isn't gay enough. I'm like, what do you mean? There's plenty of gay in Bohemian Rhapsody. The only thing that's missing from Bohemian Rhapsody is a gay orgy. Seriously. I mean, if you don't know that Freddie Mercury's gay after watching Bohemian Rhapsody, what were you watching the movie? That's the thing. Don't project what you want. It's there. There's enough. Just because it wasn't enough for you doesn't mean it's not there. That's the problem. Who's the guy? One of the big film people, big blowhard, one of the chin-stroking New York film critics. He was saying that, and I was just like, that guy's one of the absolute biggest pretentious bitches in the world. I forget his name. You guys probably, I don't remember there's a bunch of them. Those New York critics across the board, and I mean this as sincerely as possible, they speak to nobody. They have the most lofty sense of self and yet don't have any receipts to back it up. It's crazy to me. Because you write for Vulture or The New Yorker, I don't give a fuck. You're not good. You go back to a Justin Chang. And I'm sorry, we're moving off, but I'm just going to say this because it draws back into Bohemian Rhapsody and it's not gay enough. You look at Justin Chang. Remember, what did he tell you? Go see Megalopolis twice. Are you kidding me? Guys, if I said go see Megalopolis twice, I would expect no one to ever watch again. Never. But yet, Justin Chang's going to keep going. Oh, he's so smart. Justin Chang is just the pinnacle of film criticism. Are you fucking kidding me? When you say that Megalopolis is redeemable and you should watch it twice to really get it all, dude, I mean, that is not just embarrassing. That is fall on your face, fall off a cliff, and then get hit with an anvil. It's some of the worst shit you'll ever hear. And yet, oh, they're so smart. Or our boy Strange Harbor's biggest fucking loser in the world. That guy, right? Oh, look at me. I'm so cool. That guy writes for no one. I mean, these people, dudes, you don't understand. They're just, it's embarrassing. They really are. Songs in La La Land are, no, this is You Gone Girl. You're 100% wrong. No one can sing a song from La La Land. No one. If you say Strangest Showman. I kind of like that. Let's do that. That would be like a porno, right? They probably remember in the past when they used to make the porn version, The Strangest Showman. But it's not good enough. E.T. the Extra Testicle was good. When you look at the songs, you go, This Is Me, right? Just that alone. You're not going to be able to sing one song for La La Land. Oh, no question, Kevin. It's not even, dude, this is not even up for debate. Greatest Showman songs are so much better. I know they both wrote them. I know. I was around when that was happening. I talked to them. Benji and whatever the other guy's name is. I talked to them. In fact, I might have even said in a slightly drunken stupor for me, which is like 2 Miller Lights, I said, your songs for Greatest Showman are better, but don't tell anybody. That's what I do. I don't hold back. So, as you can tell, I just dragged all our friends in New York. I one day want to move to New York so I can see some of these people. I'd laugh. Come on. Look at them. Do you think physically these guys are like, literally, come on. Strange Harbors, I believe, is about 4'8". I looked at a picture. He looks like he's about 4'8". So, I mean, I'm not saying if you're short, it's fine. I'm just saying, that guy, give me a break, bro. Dude, you're a joke, right? You know that. Just so you know that, buddy. Someone run it to him. I don't care. Run it. Run it, buddy. Joke. You are the king joke, okay? Do not ever forget that. Keep that in your back pocket and remember that for the remainder of time, okay? I found myself humming a few of the melodies from Greatest Show. Of course you did, Sid, because the songs are better. The only person who is wrong here tonight is Gone Girl. Everybody else is right. Okay, let's give an award out tonight. It's kind of like a Sunday shorter version. We're 30 minutes. I'm not going to go for an hour tonight, but I figured I'd squeeze in this is like a sampler. It's like a Sunday evening sampler. I'm going to break down a film. I'm going to do a trailer reaction, and then I'm going to do a quick news story that I thought was interesting. Just happened today. In fact, very recently. And that's what we do on Sunday. I'm going to have 2 evaluations on Sunday, likely. For sure, Christy. I know you're like, oh my God, I can't wait. But seriously, I think I'll like that. Christy, and then you have Die My Love. I'm going to try to get both in. I'll definitely get Christy. Die My Love, I have a feeling, even though I like Lynn Ramsey, I like You Were Never Really Here, whatever it was called, right? The one with Joaquin Phoenix that we've talked about ad nauseum, how I went up to him at the after party and said, this is like 8mm. And he's like, you're right. I'm like, yeah. Joaquin Phoenix, another guy, not very tall. It's just true, okay? And for those of you asking him, 5'11". So not short, not super tall. But that's not like, no one's ever said you look short. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of rate, it's fine. By the way, most stars are like 5'10", 5'11", because you don't want to be too tall because the girls, the female, the actors, whatever they're called now, they're all a little shorter, so they don't want to be too tall. Like Vince Vaughn's like super tall. He's like 6'5". You can tell, right? And then when you look at Ethan Hawke, when he was in the movie, I forgot to mention this, in Blue Moon, he plays a really short guy, like Strange Harbors. And he has to like get down and crouch down the whole movie. The funny thing is I've dragged that guy so much because he's the guy I remember who said, oh, look who's taking a selfie in a theater. Oh, I bet he wishes he never sent that. Well, it doesn't matter, buddy. If you unblock me, I'd have a conversation with you because you're 4'3", so I'm not worried about you, bud. And the fact that you celebrated a father getting assassinated in front of thousands of people and you're a father yourself, that doesn't make you despicable. You're already a loser, but now you're even more despicable. So remember that again. for our boy Strange Harbors, you're a piece of crap. Not just everything I just said, but literally a father, from what I can tell, you go to his, you can check it. A father, hey, it's great that someone just got 2 kids. I love the fact that they killed that guy. Soulless. Just remember that. Remember who's the good guy. The good guy's here. Every time. All right, let's talk about our cinema champion tonight. It's Zach Crager, even though we're not a huge fan of weapons. Barbarian, yeah, in its spots, but definitely not weapons. But we're going to give you the cinema champion tonight because looky here. Zach Crager's sci-fi movie, The Flood, stalled at Netflix because they have a lack of theatrical commitment. So he's like us. He's like MMT. Seriously, name someone who was more vocal about not working with Netflix and fuck Netflix and why don't you have movie theater commitment Netflix than me. There's not one. Not one of your New York lofty film critics. None of them. No anti-woker for sure. They're just too much time on, well, look here, they cast this person, the whole thing is ruined. That's not what we do. We are objective, fearless, and dead on. And look, Crager is cut from the same cloth because he probably's watched the show. I guarantee, even though I've hammered it, I guarantee Crager's watched. And you know how I know Crager's watched MMT? Because the producer of both of his films watches this show. Now, he might not like what I have to say. I like some of the things Crager has going on, but I don't love all the things. I mean, but that's just the reality. You know, if I liked it, I'd tell you. If I thought it was great, I'd tell you. It's kind of cut off here. But bottom line is, he said, I'm just going to stop working with you because you're not going to do, I'm not paying for the rap. Who pays for the rap? That's definitely not going to happen. But just the fact that he's like, okay, we're not going to continue. You work for Netflix, you got to know, if you're making a movie for Netflix, you got to know that you're not getting movies in movie theaters. You got to know your movie's just going to play at home. You know, Ryan Johnson has that. He doesn't seem to figure that out. Dude, you got to know that. I mean, a couple theaters here and there doesn't count. It needs to be an AMC, Regal, Cinemark, the major chains. All right, let's do the comment blast closeout tonight. It's going to be, like I said, it's not going to be a super, super long one tonight. I mean, it is what it is. But I will fire up tonight's track. I want to listen to tonight's track again, to be honest with you. That's all I want to do. It's Groovy Beat by DOP. This was a song back from, I believe, 94. Now, I was raving, but I also was DJing at raves in Columbus, Ohio, and this was the track I played all the time. And it's a cool album, man. It was way ahead of its time, this whole album by DOP. Whatever DOP stood for, but it's DOP on Gorilla Records. All right, comments, let's go. Crager's best credit is producing Companion. Companion's a good film. I would say it's definitely better in either of his films. Yeah. Companion's better than Barbarian and better than Weapons. It is. You're not going to get weird with Google Earth. Well, I mean, fine. I'll do it real quick since you gave me a comment. I mean, I'm talking really fast. Watch. Hold on. I'll show you guys the dragon. That'll be it. That's all you want. For those of you who've never seen the dragon, I'll show you the dragon. Just because, why not? Give me a second. All right, here we go. You asked for this, Sid. You asked for it. Here it is. Here comes the dragon. To DOP. Never thought I'd do this one day. Look, there's a giant dragon. Look, it's a giant snakehead. Do you see it? It's right in front of you. How do you miss that? It's right in front of you. Between Antarctica and Argentina is a gigantic snakehead. And also, that's an eye right here. The eye is right here. Do you see it? Right there. Eyes there. Nostril here. This is a nostril. Nostril 1, nostril 2. And you can see the air coming out both from the mouth and from the nose, which means it is in hibernation. If everything I just said is accurate, then guess what? We're all screwed. Don't even worry about what's going on in the world. Just enjoy your life for today. Because that's it. That's all. Should Springsteen have come out in December complete unknown? I think so. It'd be a good counter-programming play, right? You know what, though? Fall's been okay for these films, but we're in a different universe now. It's just not the same. The marketplace does not react like it did. I would even say this Christmas won't be the same. Avatar's not going to do the numbers people think. I think Zootopia will do well because people haven't seen a Zootopia in forever. And especially if it's good and it's funny. The first Zootopia is hilarious. Problem with Avatar is we just did Avatar. And now you're redoing Avatar, only not water but fire. It's the same fucking movie. How do you expect people to be excited? So, yeah, Tron Ares. Same thing, Christmas. Tron never had that much excitement, but I feel like we're in a bad period right now. And if Predator comes in at like 23 million or something, it's not great. We need a Predator to hit 30 or 35. I have it at 26, I told you, and that's what Sofik has it at too. I mean, I pushed it up tonight, but that's not great. For a number one movie to be at 26 million in November, we need to be higher. Now, granted, Wicked's coming, and so is Zootopia. I get it, but again, we cannot just have one big film every few months. That's the thing the AMC stock shells don't understand. Let's check the AMC stock price, by the way. I haven't checked that today for all the stock shells out there. Where are you out, stock shells? Whoa, you're up 10 cents today, everybody. Hold on. We're up 10 cents. We'll periodically do a check. Hold on. Damn it, I just lost it. Give me a second. I'll pull it up because I'm fair. I will show you all of the news seen fit by me. Here it is. AMC stock is at, can you see that? 260. So it's up 10 cents, 4%. I don't know why, because they lost like 300 million, but listen, I'm not the stock guy. Don't ask me. I'm not Kramer. I'm not any of these people. All right. Thoughts on rumors of Doomsday trailer being shown before Avatar? Well, that'll obviously bump sales. I mean, that's what they'd probably want to do. Show the trailer so that you can get people to come out to your movie. Guarantee that's what it is. That bumps tickets because people, look when they did that for, what was the film they did that for with Odyssey? I went in and bought a ticket for it. I went in and bought a ticket to watch the Odyssey trailer, and then I left because I have the 4 now, right? All right, any other comments? And we're out of here on this Thursday night. Less than an hour. You don't always get an hour with me. Thanksgiving will be a good box office. Wicked and Zootopia, I agree. It should be. Those two films are for quad, obviously. The older male demo is the one that's kind of been left out. Hopefully there's something for them. I haven't looked, even a smaller film. But, they'll go see Wicked. Some. I don't know how many straight older guys will go, but you know what I'm saying. How stupid is to release both Wicked and Zootopia in the same week? Okay, let me tell you why. Because they expect both those films to play all the way through the new year. Because Avatar's not, even though there's films coming in, they're still going to have screens, assuming they're doing well. So that's why they want to get Thanksgiving and Christmas with those films. So, Luis, I don't think it's as dumb as you think. I actually understand the strategy. So, because remember, these other movies are doing nothing, so there's no reason those films should not be able to hold all the way through the new year, right? Running Man, I don't have a lot of faith in Running Man. We'll talk about that next week. I have heard from people that have seen it. Oh, okay, I'll be honest with you. Menzel, he really thought it was bad. And if Menzel didn't like it, you guys know what's going to happen with me. Because he is way more generous than I am. I have a feeling that I am going to butcher that film when we see it next week. But we'll be back on Sunday. I've got Christy, hopefully Die My Love. I'll try to get that one in too, so we have a double, and then we'll go and look. We'll have a double fister. And then I'm not going to say it. I'm not. And then we're going to go and do whatever else happens. If you have an idea, come into the comments, and I might use it for Sunday night. I'm totally down with that. Thanks for being here on this Thursday. Wish I had better news for you about Avatar. Or I'm sorry, my bad. Predator, but I don't. Good night, live from LA. I'll see you next time. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your days.